Good morning. It is Tuesday here, 10:53 a.m. New York time, 7th of March. We had Jerome Powell speaking at 10 a.m. Who's the Fed Chair, and that's high impact news. And we can see now that we seem to have a resumption of that downtrend, at least here on the S&P 500, what we've been talking about all week. And so we had that pull back to the upside to 4,100 and now a push down into 4,000. I'm just going to have a quick look at a lower time frame here. Yeah, it's a pretty steep collapse here. And that is being reflected on the higher time frame here in the daily. So going to the Dow Jones index, we see the same kind of pattern being mimicked here. Again, projection was possible push up to 33,750, which may still occur, but it seems like a pretty heavy sell-off at the moment. And again, a bearish trend forming is what I see in this pattern here. So we seem to have topped out here at 33,580-ish. And again, I'm just looking for a strong push to the downside, at least back down into 33,000. Then a continuation to 32,000 at some point in the next month. But 33,500 seems like the hard line of the road at the moment. If we go to the 4 hour, you can see that this is quite a strong bearish push to the downside. It's not a grind back. Now, of course, it could sit here at 33,000, hold there, and then kick back out to the upside. That is an option. However, what I see is a high time frame pull back to the downside. So again, it comes down, pulls back, and then a continuation down here, to demand down here at 32,000. So this kind of action could be forming, or this kind of trend line could be forming now, something like that. So we'll just have to see. Again, we can't predict what's happening. We can only create options for ourselves and trade them. So point of interest for me here is 33,000 and how price is going to interact around that key level that we've been that's been serving as demand for quite a long time now. But in the face of this pretty strong bearish candle, that's bearish imbalance candle that's forming at the moment. On the 1 hour, we can see that we rejected this level of 33,500. We've smashed straight through 33,250, and the prediction of it targeting back down to 33,000 seems to be on track. Okay, we'll see how price interacts in this area. So it may turn around here and kick back out. That's a key zone there. But I dare say, we're going to keep coming to the downside here over the next few weeks. Boom, boom, boom. This kind of action is probably going to be most likely. If you're in trades from the other day and it comes back down to this area, I'd highly recommend getting out of them instead of waiting for them to close when they get back into profit, because it might take a while to get down there. But that's kind of the action I'm looking at the moment. What does that mean for us here on the 1 minute? Yesterday, I didn't trade. I tentatively put in this area here. If I was on the screens, I probably would have taken this one. Here. But topping action after this long serious trending move to the upside, holding, and then that's that pattern we look at. Just no movement. We're waiting for the news. The news is at 10 on the dot here, so 10 a.m. news. And then immediate market reaction after that to the downside. Pretty bearish. I wouldn't touch this at the moment. Has been holding the bottom here. It might level out at the end of the day, and you might get a nice pullback when it comes to this area down here. $32,950 is kind of where I see it turning around. Okay. It is pushing on the bottom band. Okay. So depending on how far it drips out, it will determine how strong this trend is, but it's pretty strong. Okay, it's a pretty strong downtrend. Let's have a look at MT4 ROC quickly. Just to reiterate, we did have this bunched up around the median, like through the entire Asian session, London session through here. That's indicative of a directional move, and then news is pushing in that direction. So it is what it is. It's just been average trading the past week or so. You see how strong our ROC is here. Okay, very strong trend to the downside at the moment. Could you be buying small little pullbacks? If you're good at what you do, you can take a couple of very small ones. Because of this pullback here, it's indicative for me that it's going to have big continuous behavior like this. So I see on the 1 minute, I was getting this kind of grindy action. Right, it's kind of the pattern it's putting in at the moment. But if you're taking any buy orders, make sure that you are keeping them real tiny and ahead of the money like that. So it dips down, comes back up, goes into a new low, then comes back up into previous demand, which has become supply, right? So that kind of action there, right? We're looking for this kind of action today because of how it's pulling back. It's not knife falling like a hot butter knife style. It did at the start, but it's not just grinding like this. So we're not getting wild moves, getting a sustained push to the downside. Why are we not going to short this? Because we don't know when this downtrend is going to end. It could at any time snap back to the upside. We don't want to be caught at a low, it's not how our pattern works. So that's today. I see it coming back down to 32,950, sorry. Yeah. And then targeting back to, so back to that base of 33,000. And then obviously previous levels beneath that, but it's going to pull back and then push down, pull back and then push down. I dare say. But yeah, as we discussed in the analysis a couple of days ago or yesterday, this filling, okay, this is an imbalance in a high time frame, topping out here and then filling back down. So up the mountain at the top, back down the mountain. Okay. Cheers. Have a great day.